Alright, so, see what can we do here. Alright, so, see what can we do here. Alright, so I'm bound to have some frames dropping, most likely. Oh well, that's to be expected. Alright, so, see what can we do here. Alright, so everything's working fine so far. Okay. It is I, Holmes, Sherlock, I think. Who this man's? Wait, hold on. I forgot something. Actually, alright, so what did we pick off on? Okay, let's see, what can we figure out? First things first, let's go over what has happened. So, started off this, I didn't think much about recording / streaming, but I might as well do it now. So long story short, I am Sherlock Holmes, obviously as the title suggests, and I was greeted by a guy who, like a sailor, who died somehow. Peter Carey, aka Black Peter. I checked the entire crime scene. Turns out man got impaled by a harpoon. So currently I've been doing a bunch of evidence. I'm trying to find a lot of evidence. And I have 2 more sets of tasks that I need to do. So, not to be usual thief, what's his role, investigate the murder, that's what I'm currently doing. I could either do Woodman's Lee or Scotland Yard, so I feel like I haven't checked all of Woodman's Lee. First things first, some deductions at least. Retrieval of the notebook. Feat of strength, so he got impaled. So there's a remote possibility that an unskilled and untrained man can manage to pin Peter Carey to the wall with a harpoon, or the other being the feat of strength, in which it requires much greater strength than that of the average man to be able to pierce a man's chest with a harpoon all the way through to a wall. And then along the way, we might have had some sort of affair or something, but I guess we'll never know. We've had some footprints here that I've already figured out who they belong to, which belong to a suspect. And I don't know if he's there or not. No, he's not, however... Huh. There's gotta be something missing, right? Gotta be some sort of odd detail that I might have missed. There would have been a tin box here because of this little imprint. What else am I missing? Let me check the contents. So one of those spears was used to kill Carrie. That's odd, all of it is odd. Quick crime. It was your choice to have an affair, and oh well, look what happened. Let's see here. Nothing seems to be too much out of the ordinary. Besides a small set of boxes there. There's something she's not telling us that she's just probably gonna tell us to go away.
Leave me alone, please.
See, what else did I tell you? Oh well. I guess we're gonna have to check Scotland Yard. You never know. Oh.
At your service, Mr. Holmes.
I can get that. Actually, Nelligan.
These are the suspect's belongings.
So Nelligan is someone that we found at the crime scene, in which he left behind this notebook. Whose father had disappeared out of nowhere after going on like a sea trip. And earlier I grabbed a certificate. So
I wonder if these are connected.
Alright, so the Canadian Pacific Railway capital 250,000, Jesus. Number 8532.
Now we have the proof that Nelligan's papers were indeed here. It seems that they have vanished, however.
Odd. Oh, we should make a new deduction here. So, missing tin box, missing papers. These two tend to line themselves up over here. Alright, break-in attempts were made in order to recover the notebook that had been lying in a pool of the victim's blood. This proves the guilt of the person who made these attempts. Looking for papers. Nelly goes looking for his father's papers inside Black Peter's cabin. Explains his presence. I mean, I can't really call out anything, but just to be safe, I'm gonna say looking for papers. If these can tie themselves up in any way, which this ties up over here somewhere, that can help. But other than that, nothing else. Can I make a new deduction? Missing papers and a missing tin box. stolen value bond certificates were kept inside the stolen tin box. Ah. Alright, we're gonna keep that. Okay, Nelligan's motive, Nelligan's innocence. Is a victim of circumstances not fit the portrait of the murderer either by physical or psychological description. Alright, before I can make that absolute deduction, there's another one over here. Alright, so I'm going on there. Let me show you who Nelligan is here. That's Hurley, the guy that I mentioned about the affair, and this little kid.
Please escort this suspect for interrogation.
Let's see what I can do with him here. Is this about a break-in?
Tell me, Mr. Nelligan, what exactly were you hoping to find inside Peter Carey's cabin?
I was trying to find some information about my father.
I assume you had another purpose, to retrieve the bond certificates. Am I correct?
Yes. I discovered some time ago that a few of the missing securities had reappeared on the London market. You can imagine my amazement. I spent months trying to find them, and at last I discovered that the original seller had been Captain Peter Carey. These papers, they belong to my family, but I could not find them there.
That's all for now. Well, I will see you soon, young man.
Alright, so let's see, what kind of new deduction can we make here? Yeah, see, that makes sense. However, if it was his motive, it wouldn't really tie up with looking for papers. It just explains his presence. However, the motive would actually have to be the innocence, because say everything ties up. If this was different, and then this would be wrong. And vice versa. You get the idea.
I'm not saying another word.
Is it possible we can check the morgue? What deduction can we make here? Oh. Oh, this is interesting. Look at this. The pouch proves that he is guilty because he was at the scene of the murder. Because, like I said, Nelligan was... Okay, so let me break this down a bit. Nelligan is a small kid, around 19 years old, who has been gutting fish, but he has never really thrown a harpoon. At some point along the line, I found a harpoon, and we realized, and I found out that it was pretty difficult to try to throw the harpoon properly. And because of this, like, it's gonna take someone that's been working with it for a long time. So had Nelligan thrown it, it would have been something entirely off the rails. Because he would have had a lot of luck in order to throw it and nail him right through the gut and pin him to the wall. Hurley, however, is an entirely different case because he was innocent. He was just flirting with Black Peter's wife. So of course he's innocent. That's why he just left letters and that was it. However, Nelligan is innocent because he's trying to find the papers and he somehow stumbled across Captain Black Peter. However, the only way he can get harpooned or Black Peter, can get harpoons perfectly is if he had someone that was a harpooner. And that is where we meet Peter Cairns, a harpooner that was a member on his ship who had lost his pouch there. I found the pouch and I went ahead and reassembled everything and figured out that it belonged to Peter. He visited him at a bar, won against him twice, had arm wrestling, got him a bit drunk, snuck his pouch on him, asked him if he had any on him, and he said, "Oh hey, there you go. There it is. I thought I lost it." He was murdered by Patrick Cairns as a professional harpooner. His tobacco pouch was found inside Carey's cabin. Condemned Cairns, cold-blooded murder, has been found guilty. To be punished. Repeated murder was not premeditated. Self-against an armed and irrational drunken sailor. Might as well continue this investigation just to be safe. I'm not pointing any fingers here.
How is the investigation going, Mr. Holmes? Do you have any idea who the murderer is yet?
This is true. There are different shapes of noses. Oh yes, Inspector Lestrade. Good man he is. Something doesn't seem. If we were to switch this to that and it proves his visit, yeah, nothing adds up properly here. If it was Hurley's innocence, it would have been harmless flirting. However, the pouch proves guilt, which ties the whole thing together. Because it couldn't have been a lucky throw. Had it been a lucky throw, it wouldn't have tied up. Feat of strength. And then you had stolen valuable papers, which was an absolute. There was no other form of evidence on this entire thing. Cairns is guilty. There's something about Peter I can't really figure out here. Might as well solve this one while I'm at home. Okay, hold on, let's check this. Evidence. Gardner. Story of August 1883. He had observed Peter throwing a man overboard. The man had been saved from sea only the previous night. The man was obviously Joshua Nelligan, aka the little Nelligan, or the little kid that I interrogated earlier. Peter Carey was trying to conceal the murder of John Nelligan's father. Wait a minute, hold on, I have something around this, right? No, William Hurley, Dawson, and Nelligan. No. You're a good type, well, at least you know those bores me. Why do you say bored? You're not working? I'm a harpooner. But you see, the whalers are rare. I don't pay much. As a result, I found myself arm wrestling to pay for my drink. Harpooner. Old Wallace, damned Black Peter, Great Rogers, sail to the Cape of Good Hope. So he had a bit of spite against, he had a bit of, like, he had a grudge against Carey. Alright, a minute, go. trying to make this decision is a bit difficult. Hold on, I'll be right back. I gotta get something, and then I'll see if I can make my decision by then. Alright, so. Or I don't know if there's people viewing this or not. He's guilty? Yeah, I think so too. Okay. So if you think he's guilty, I mean, I'm trying to piece together the evidence on this, because the more that I think about it, the more plausible it is. Because let's put this into perspective. He went ahead. He's a harpooner. Sailed with a bunch of other people. Black Peter was one of them. He saw Black Peter kill a guy, and he He is, yeah. I mean, that makes the most amount of sense. Yeah, he's held a lot of spite for Black Peter, so yeah, he's guilty of the murder. Oh. Here we go. The next day. Pretty sure he's going to be put on trial.
If you wouldn't mind, Mr. Holmes, could you explain it to me?
As I informed you on our way here, Patrick Cairns is the murderer of Black Peter.
Oh, I hope
Why
they don't
bring
have
me
me
here?
explain it.
Wouldn't it be better if we were out looking for it?
That would be futile, as he will be with us in approximately 12 seconds.
Oh, well, if this is your idea of humour.
No, I just heard the front door.
Prepare yourself.
Good day, gentlemen. A young lad gave me a note from Captain Ahab. Am I at the right address? Is he here?
Indeed, it is the correct address. But in place of your captain, may I present to you Inspector Lestrade of Scotland Yard?
That means...
It means, my friend, that you are arrested for the murder of Black Peter.
What? What? A trap? You think you can take me?
Here now. We'll have none of that.
And I say that we will.
Oh god, don't tell me I have to fight this guy. Oh, here we go. Ah. Ow, that hurt. Yeet. Hello? I don't...
Are you all right? Are you able to stand?
Oh, my jaw. Gore. He took me by surprise, Mr. Holmes. Otherwise, he would have seen what I'm capable of. Oh.
Yes, he was lucky.
Oh.
Ah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you got him.
Put that on our
It
side.
was
Bone
remarkably
hurting
easy.
juice.
He
Oof,
lost his
ow,
balance
ouch,
after he struck
owie,
you.
my bones.
And you practice boxing, I know. You must have hit him hard. Our fellow is knocked out.
We should call for a police cab and then take you to the hospital.
Yes, well, No need for a hospital. I would prefer to keep this between us. You know.
Of course, Inspector. The case is closed.
He was murdered by Patrick Cairns, a professional harpooner, the only one capable of executing such an accurate throw. A tobacco pouch was found inside Carey's cabin. He is a cold-blooded murderer. You have decided to bring him into justice. I found 16. The moral choice was to condemn him. Hold to check your conclusion may spoil game experience. Ooh, let's accept this decision. If you save files, press no if you would like to select another moral choice. Just hope this guy doesn't get executed. People solved the case the same way. 80%? Wow. 40% of people made the same moral choice. I am a justice seeker. Riddle on the rails. Oh, is this a new case? Because the last one was called Fate of Black Peter, so... SpongeBob narrator tomorrow, burn him at the stake. Alright, hold on. Let me do this. Riddle on the rails. Oh god, it's been a while since I've done that voice. Hey guys, it's your boy Kermit the Frog. You can find gameplay or interface instructions by pressing F1. Alright, I'm pretty sure this is a new case, and it should be.
This trip to the countryside will be good for you, Holmes.
Oh, here we go.
As your friend and your doctor, I really do recommend that you give yourself a complete change of scene. Fresh air, brisk walks, bird watching, chopping wood.
Sounds intolerable. I mean, certainly it sounds delightful.
But you haven't yet told me who your friend is. The one we're going to visit.
He is a bee lover.
A bee lover? Do you mean that he keeps bees? That must be Mrs. Hudson, bringing the warm cloth that I requested.
There is someone to see you, Mr. Holmes.
Uh-oh.
I have no time. Send whoever it is away.
Yes, Holmes, I really think we ought to leave now.
Mycroft.
Sherlock.
Oh,
Yes,
Mr. Holmes?
Mycroft's
Perhaps you
fatter
don't
older
remember.
brother.
I'm Dr. Watson. We met at the Diogenes Club a few years ago.
Giving
I
113 to
documented our
Diogenes
encounter
is
in a
just plain
short
pointless.
story I gave the title The Greek Interpreter.
He does remember you, Watson. My brother remembers everything, and that is why he is so valuable to the government.
We are about to depart for the train
I
station.
know.
You
Sherlock, I need your help. There are people who presently threaten both
Sound
our
a bit
country
drunk, if you
and
ask
the
me.
crown itself. You must help us with those methods of yours.
Need help. Those are not words I would readily associate with you, Mycroft.
Oof.
I wrote you a letter, but you did not reply. And this is not about politics. It's about people. People similar to those whom you pretend to defend in your petty detective affairs.
What the does he
Everything
mean?
is about politics with you, Mycroft. I'm not interested. Have some of your agents, your spies, or worse, undertake this job of yours. You are defending your people, and they have little to do with the people I choose to help, I can assure you.
That is the point. You think exactly as they do.
Who are they?
The Merry Men. He is talking about the Merry Men, a band of idealistic terrorists.
Sherlock, do please think about it. They are planning something diabolical. Your country needs you.
You need me, Mycroft, and you are not the country. Although if your waistline expands very much further.
Mrs. Hudson, tea will not be necessary. Dr. Watson, the train conductor, Mr. Parker, is aware that you will be 7 minutes late. You are in the 4th car. The train will be waiting for you. Sherlock, enjoy your time in Staffordshire. And do, please, at least write to me on your return.
Yes, do I have a soundboard? Yes, I do indeed have a soundboard. Oh, look at that. I am looking sharp. Nice. Alright, let me give you a little tour. Got newspapers, got encyclopedias,
My archive. I can always consult with it if needed.
What he said. Letters. Ooh, take, examine.
This is where I keep my post.
Let's take one of these letters here. Is there anything else I could take here? Just stabs knife through table. No escape from London police has been resolved. He's now sentenced to death. Ooh, okay. Souvenirs, harpoon. Oh yeah, the one that's used to kill Peter. Yeah, he was indeed guilty. I got all 16 out of 16. Man, am I a good Sherlock. Let's see. Go tab. Okay. Documents, nothing. Oh yeah, letters. The Strand. Yeah, I mean, there's that. Got more research. Microsoft. Hold on. Alright, let me read chat here. I'm a commit suicide now. Var, ve, can't type. Oof, bruh. Knife Sherlock was the murderer. That's good. Microsoft is a good one, though. I like that one. That's funny. Alright. Also, yes, I do indeed have a soundboard.
Bazinga!
It like only has 3 sounds, and then you just have the censor bleep, which is like, bro, what the f?
Look after Mrs. Hudson for us, Toby.
Good dog. Alright, let's see what's through this telescope. What the f? What the sh? Alright. Let's see. Oh god, there's the harpoon I had earlier. Game of chess. Yeah, so fun fact, when this game started, we were through the perspective of Dr. Watson just sitting in his chair here. And then he heard gunshots. He comes out, nearly gets shot several times by me, standing on the opposite end of the friggin' room here. He ducks behind tables, ducks on the chair, hides behind this table, and then proceeds to get to me. As it turns out, I was shooting vases. Comedy gold, am I right? Alright, so, not really dialing. Let's see where I need to go. Late night railway station, incoming train, impossible riddle, not rhythm. Oh man, this is what I get. Holmes and Watson return from holiday evolves into a tale of intrigue.
Watson, I'll hold a cab for us. We leave in 5 minutes for the station.
1 week later. Damn, this is gonna be an interesting one. I know that for sure. I'm gonna be streaming to like maybe, give or take another hour, I think. Maybe an hour and a half, I don't know.
What a gloomy night. It was warmer inside the waiting hall.
Since the station master told us that the train is about to arrive, we should not have to wait very much longer.
Yes, at last.
Attention! The train is arriving at the station. Please stand well away from the platform edge.
I'll take your bags and your blasted archive suitcase. But, Holmes, the headlight. It's faded away.
Something is wrong. I can't hear any sound from the incoming train.
Excuse me, sir. Can you explain what has happened?
I don't know. It's as if the train vanished into thin air.
Holmes, say something.
Quick, fetch a lantern and let us take a look.
Well, this is interesting.
It's too dark. Only fog and rails, nothing else.
There is no use in stumbling around here at night. We will come back tomorrow.
Next morning, very early. See what deductions we have for us. I'm pretty sure we got one right off the bat. No clues? Okay, good, so that helps. Epic gamer moment.
Well, here we are again at Evesham Station. We have a full day ahead. Let us begin.
What the f... I don't know how the bleeding that happened, but okay. Visualize objects and events, useful in limited situations.
This is the place where we saw the train vanish last night.
Hold on. Railway sleepers.
A discarded item, possibly thrown from the train. There are no tracks or footprints on the ground. Railway sleepers, nothing unusual. The rails have not been touched. There's nothing unusual here.
Oddly enough.
There are no signs to indicate that the train ran off the track, nor are there any other traces. There is nothing whatsoever. There are no clues. But then, a negative result is also a result.
Oh, I see what you're getting at. No clues, and you're smiling.
Yes, Watson, I do smile on occasion. This mystery appears very promising. This investigation won't be simple. We shall require a map of the region.
Perhaps the station master could lend us one.
Huh.
The rails have not been touched.
That's all though. How in the world... I mean... See, let's use my imagination here. Let's see what else can we use. What else can we visualize here on the spot? Let's talk to the station master.
Good morning. Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Sherlock Holmes, and this is my friend and colleague, Dr. Watson.
Yes, I remember you. I'm Station Master Everett. You were here last night. So, you are Mr. Holmes, the great detective. Will you be investigating what happened?
I shall indeed.
I think this guy made the train disappear, not gonna lie.
An entire train could disappear like that. And to think of all the poor people inside it, the passengers, the driver.
Alright, let's deduce this guy for a second. There's always some sharp details we gotta pay attention to. The mud. Spots of earth. Wedding ring, so he's married. Spots of earth indicate that he was messing around with dirt or mud. Honorary badge. And a full gray hair.
Could you please give us any details about the train?
Well, there was nothing so very special about it. At least not that I can recall. My memory's not what it used to be.
Right.
However, if you need it, you can have the train composition report. It's inside my office.
Good, and then we're gonna need a railway map.
I would be glad to have a detailed map of the local railway district.
But of course, please, take the one that's pinned inside the waiting hall.
Good.
See you later, my good man. This part is probably from a locomotive.
No kidding. Pile of junk. Ooh, what can we examine here?
An old locomotive bell. This part is probably from a locomotive.
No shit, Sherlock.
This place serves as a storage area for the station.
In case if something breaks or needs to be repaired. Imagination. Nothing out of the ordinary. Yeah, those double doors are like for repairing trains and whatnot. Ooh, spooky. Excuse me, Watson. Alright, now let's go inside the waiting room here. There it is.
This map will be useful.
Thank you. I'm gonna just yoink that from you. To London, to Nottingham. Common map found at the station. Alright, let me check Chad real quick. Perfection Y transit map on Black Ops 2 zombies. Okay, that's a good one. I agree. Suspicious. It's obvious. Sherlock caused the train to disappear using black magic again. God's Sherlock, what'd I tell you about doing that kind of bullcrap again? Alright, now where's the dude's office? Said his office was around here somewhere. Ah, move your ass. This where hitboxes are kind of stupid nowadays. Alright. Is this not the dude's office? Oh, whoops. Tickets, yada yada yada, not what I need, not what I want. Special. Oh, here it is. It's in his office. Let's see what's on here. Message to all stations. Mr. Robinson is located at Brittington.
A new telegram.
I think we should meet this Mr. Robinson.
I do too. Yeah. Nottingham. Locomotive, coal car, first class postal wagon, special wagon ordered by Mr. Robinson.
Here is the train set.
Second class car. Okay, well it's odd. It's odd that over this Mr. Robinson was requested twice. And he's at Bredlington Station. Dialogue, following composition. Okay, so this is something dialogue focused, which means I can search
A telegraph.
Different from a telegram, people. There's a difference. Now let's discuss about this thing with them. Special wagon.
According to the train composition report, there was a special wagon. What does that entail?
That's a highly secure car, ordered by a private party. It is generally to carry something of value. Those wagons have iron walls, you know, without any windows. And they're fitted with a complex key lock.
That is important information. Do you know what was inside this particular wagon?
Probably not.
Certainly not.
Called it.
No, that's private. And it's not my responsibility to allot the wagons to whoever.
Alright, what about the passengers?
Was there anything exceptional about any of the passengers aboard the train?
What do you mean? Like officials? I wouldn't know. Oh, but now that you mention it, yes, there was something. There was a message from Bridlington Station saying that the train had been delayed because of an issue with the passengers. What kind of problem that they didn't say?
That is interesting.
What was the terrorist group? Merry Men. It might have been.
You
the Merry
mentioned
Men,
a problem
probably.
at Bridlington Station. I should like to visit this station. Could you mark it on the local map?
Of course. It's a suburban railway station. You might take a cab there.
See you later, my good man.
Merci, monsieur. Alright, so the train was delayed. In Bridlington, so I guess we gotta go to Bridlington, so... find more information about the vanished train, inspect the rails, retrieve information about passengers, find out what it was carrying, and solve the mystery of the vanished wagon. So, am I missing anything else? No, I just gotta go to Bridlington. You good sir, take your horse Bessie, take me to Bridlington. Alright, let me check chat. You didn't know I spoke French? Yeah, I don't know French either. I only know merci, bonjour, French fries, French toast, French waffles, French kissing. Mon ami. I don't know. I don't know much. I don't know much French at all. I don't take French class. I think I might, but nah. You never know. Oh, hey, we're at Bridlington. Oh, man, this place is a dump. I mean, hey, this place is lovely. It looks nice. God help me. See what my imagination can pull up. I'm pretty sure this place is quite big. Oh, what the bleeding is in here? It's locked. Odd. Oh well. There's like I never miss leg day. That's why I'm running. Let's ask some people, shall we? Let's see what we can do here. Can we use our imagination around here? It's real SpongeBob hours over here. Nope, we cannot. And I keep doing 180s. Alright, so I guess we can go inside and ask. Waiting hall. Angry passenger. Alright, what's up with this dude? What's up with this man's here? Come on, tell me.
This is an absolute scandal. It's always the same with these rail companies. No respect for the customer.
It's the exact same for Greyhound. Ha ha ha, joke there. Okay, so let's see what we can find about this guy. Work clothes. So this guy is a normal worker. Cheap ticket, meaning third class seating. He's married because of the ring. Rough skin. What happened?
Please calm down, sir. What is your concern?
Concern? What is my concern? I'll tell you what my concern is. Last night I were on the train as usual with my colleague, heading home. Then along came this ridiculous ticket inspector, who started arguing that our tickets were invalid. He made us get off the train, and he was extremely rude about it.
Wait a minute.
Were you aboard the train that vanished last night?
Yes, I heard that it disappeared, but I don't care because we would have stopped before then anyway. Our tickets were valid and no doubt about it. And then, to top it all, the ticket inspector pushed everyone else out too, except for a bunch of rich. Well, because their type don't need a ticket.
Sounds more like that.
Can you recall anything more specific about this fortunate group?
Well, yes. They were all foreigners. Spanish-looking toffs with snake eyes.
Goodbye, sir.
Thank you for that angry little rant. That helped give me more of an idea. Let's see what anything else I can come up with. Angry passenger. No baggage, is alone with his wife. Takes train on a daily basis. So because of this, customer he mentioned, that's Mr. Robinson.
Holmes, how is it even possible for a train to disappear?
Guess we're about to find out.
Good day to you, sir.
Good day. To whom am I speaking?
My name is Sherlock Holmes, and this is...
Are you a representative of this damned railway company? Because I have a complaint.
We are not from the railway company. We are...
Well, in that case, Mr. Shamrock Flomes, please excuse me, but I'm not in the mood for idle chit-chat at the moment.
Alright, you fat bloat, and let's see what you have. Alright, so first things first, you have an Australian hat, so of course, I'm based on your accent too. Expensive clothing. Heavy gold ring. Most likely indicating his profession. And he has a bunch of fancy shoes. Crocodile skin.
You must be Mr. Robinson, is that correct?
Yes?
I am leading the investigation of the disappearing train. It would help if you could answer my questions.
Ah, well, all right. I have nothing to hide.
Special wagon, my good sir.
I presume it was you who placed the order for the special wagon.
Yes. It was to transport my valuable prototype safely to London. My prototype is a revolutionary device. It is capable of producing electricity.
A generator.
I'm a businessman.
Who would have known that
engineer.
that someone from
I
the
had
world
already
of the
found
Upside
several
Down
potential customers for my invention,
would actually
but I
do
was
that?
very optimistic about the directors' board who were travelling
Ha
on the train
ha
last
ha!
night.
Australian jokes. That's I feel mean. Okay. Company direction, prototype value. Were you on the train? Were you on that
Mr.
train?
Robinson, could you please clarify? Were you traveling alongside your prototype?
Yes, I was. But I had to step off the train. And all because of this stupid station master.
I received a telegram declaring that an important person, a Mr. Bromsby, wished to see you in the waiting room. I merely informed you of this.
Mr. Bromsby is a wealthy gentleman. His interest in my invention was truly unexpected. So yes, of course, I agreed to see him. Unfortunately, he wasn't there. I thought perhaps he might have been delayed, so I chose to wait a while. But despite my requests, the train left the station without me. Absolutely unacceptable.
The timetable is strict. We cannot wait any longer. The regulations require the train to be on time.
You are an idiot. You will pay for it. I will sue you.
Sheesh. Company direction.
You mentioned a director's board. Which company do they own?
The Chilean Barcazas Company. I had made an appointment with them.
Of
Now
course
they
you
are
do,
lost,
James.
along with the train and my prototype.
What do you know about the Barcazas Company?
It's a large South American company. They showed a great deal of interest in my prototype, and they seemed wealthy enough to do business with.
Prototype value.
This revolutionary machine of yours, was it very valuable?
For God's sake, sir, it is priceless. It could change the world we live in, and yet I was selling it for almost nothing. I am a humanitarian, you see. I do not know if I will ever be able to get over this disaster. I cannot believe that it disappeared with that damn train.
The ticket inspector forced all the passengers from the train except for the directors of the Barcazas Chilean Company.
Okay, we got a new oh wow, okay. Train vanished with people. Yet Chileans stayed on the train. What do we have new on our tab? Train was delayed. Stay on the train was just a coincidence. Train conductor overlooked. Intentionally left on the train. Okay, that seems likely. No, that doesn't make sense. Okay. So I guess we might as well wait till we have more clues here. What do you know? Special document.
The insurance policy for Robinson's machine. A significant sum.
The autonomous electricity generator policy covers the loss of the prototype up to 50% of its value. Insurance duration 1 year, renewable. Alright, let me talk to this guy right here.
Good day to you, gentlemen. How may I help you?
Good day to you, sir. My name is Sherlock Holmes. I am investigating the unfortunate disappearance of last night's train.
I see. I'm Station Master Bertram, but my supervisor has not informed me about this. I do not know if...
Do not worry. I have only a few questions.
First things first, let's take a good look at this guy. He's quite young, especially for a station master. Clean clothes. Instructions to station master. Ending smudges.
Station Master Everett from Evesham told us that you reported a problem with some passengers last night.
Indeed. This train is a regular line for those who work at Nottingham. But yesterday, everyone was asked to get off the train here at my station. I've no idea why, and it delayed the train. But the worst of it is that now I have to deal with 2 furious passengers who are complaining about the company's service.
Sounds
They
like a
stayed
personal
here
problem.
the whole night, but people do not usually pay much attention to the regulations, you see. There are very strict and clear rules. Paragraph 234 of Article 2G-43 states that in the event of a complaint, you must...
Yes, thank you. I understand.
He kind of bore me on there for a minute.
Apart from the passengers disembarking, did you notice anything else that was unusual last night?
I did. And I mentioned it in my report to our higher management on the matter.
What was it?
Sorry, but I can't tell you. The station master's reports are confidential.
Confidential, you say? How long have you been working here?
Huh?
I've worked here long enough to be quite capable of managing a railway station.
He's a rookie.
Let me speak frankly, Mr. Bertram. Your age and your lack of confidence in your position are quite apparent. You cannot deny that you have only recently completed your studies.
I was at the top of my class.
Listen here, young man. I am aware that you wish to protect yourself behind all these regulations, but I represent the law.
And you are obstructing the investigation of an important case. I would suggest that you cooperate with Mr. Holmes. Think of your career.
Ah, that is... Well, I'll tell you everything. First of all, I scolded the ticket inspector, for it was he who asked the passengers to leave the train. It was not his right to do so. He was very rude. And then, later on, I received a most peculiar telegram from my colleague at Chesterfield Station, the next stop along the line.
What did the telegram say?
Well, that was the peculiar thing. It was almost unreadable. It was full of errors and awfully vague. It was hard to understand if the train had correctly passed that station or not. You can read it for yourself.
We ought to visit Chesterfield Station. We need to confirm if the station master saw the train or not.
So that's very poorly done. Okay, Chesterfield. This is where the train disappeared, like right here. So we have a lot of places to hit. First things first, I feel like it's best if we check for more details. Do you know what an artist and a sniper have in common? Details. Like when a touch of color is out of place. I'm sorry, I like Rainbow Six Siege, can you blame me? Yes, you can. But still, shut up. I might stream it again sometime.
Railway post bags.
Oh, really? Let's see what's in the warehouse here. Let me check chat real quick. French fries and fresh toast. He's getting rid of the rich prudes. I think he is justified. I mean, in a way he is. But still. Okay, where yes. Thank you for this notification. What else? Yes. Let us continue. What's our odd investigation of this thing? Nothing? Cool. It's pretty gamer, my gamer. Let's see if we can ask some of the other people around here. Because it seems like we can't go very far in terms of this. You there. No? Okay, so I guess there's not much we can do here. Well, Chesterfield it is. That's odd. It's almost as if it was coincidence that they were left behind. As if it was done on purpose. Alright, well. Ooh, very nice place here.
This bin is full of empty bottles.
Platform tickets. Oh.
A fishing advertisement.
Advertisement. The way Britons pronounce words that normally most Americans would pronounce it is something entirely different. Why is it Morse code? Why do I have to work with Morse code? Alright, well, oh god, what can I do? Guess I could make a note of this. Or, You know, between the novice and the master is, the master has failed more times than the novice has tried. Tell me about it.
I had thought that all station masters knew the Morse code, but apparently not.
Odd. Let's talk some sense into this guy.
How could he fall asleep at work like this? Excuse me, sir. Wake up. Ah, his breath. He must have swallowed half a distillery.
And that explains the how.
By his sleeping off the alcohol, you mean?
The empty
Wake
bottles
up,
as well.
please, sir.
What? The 18-hour 72 train has arrived?
Good day to you. We are investigating the disappearance of last night's train, and we should like to ask you a few questions.
Let's give this guy a good look, shall we? First things first, red nose. Clean clothes. Married. Alcohol flask. Ah. And then fishing line.
Were there any passengers who got off that particular train at your station last night?
No, nobody, it seems to me. Although I did not leave my office, so...
No doubt you were very
He was drunk
busy.
whenever he was running that
You
thing.
don't say. You can't ever get any peace around here. Now you have to send a telegram each time a train arrives and departs.
Station Master Bertram from Ridlington showed me a strange telegram that he received from you last night. It concerned the train, but it was barely comprehensible.
What? He's a fastidious little twerp, that Bertram. I remember everything quite clearly. It was late, and I was tired, but I did my work. So what? There's no need to be so petty.
You were not tired, you were inebriated. Tell me the truth now, or I shall not hesitate to document your state in my report.
My friend means that you will end up by being sacked from your position.
All right. So I was drunk. I don't remember all of yesterday, to be truthful to you. Please don't go harsh on me.
Holmes, this man has consumed a considerable amount of alcohol. He's not entirely helpless yet, but...
It will not be long before he is. Obviously, his testimony cannot be trusted.
Ah, another new piece of evidence. Is untrustworthy. Chesterfield telegram, special wagon. Okay, so nothing there. So, Pastor, despite or being unsure of the station master sent the report. The odds of that are somewhat likely because it's now working in his favor. Let's see what else can we do. Autonomous. Oh, that's right. I gotta go back and ask him. Chesterfield. That's right. That's where I am now, huh? Isn't it? Inhale. Be like. Alright, so let's investigate.
Locked. There is no sense in asking the station master to open it. We shall have to pick the lock.
Aw, shit. Here we go. Skyrim in time. Boom. And that, Watson's how you get it done.
These tools were used quite recently. They are still muddy. We should ask about them.
Oh no, I believe I already threw them. What? I believe I already threw them in the dryer. No. Pelao este.
Bags were recently dragged here.
And I'm back. Gotta love family. Might as well keep them close while you still have them. And it's true. Alright. New notification. That happened? Okay. Where was I? Ah, yes.
French wine. A remarkable vintage.
Oh, this man has some
These
explaining to
bottles
do.
are too expensive for a station master's wage. They were likely taken from the parcels.
Shameful.
Guess we gotta ask him on that. See what else is around here. Let's see if we can get through here. I think I've already checked at this spot. No, I didn't. Just to be safe. Look at this, a bunch of bottles.
handcar wheelbase. Interesting. It appears that elements of the same construction were scattered everywhere.
Well, that's odd.
Watson, please tell me, do you believe in magic?
Of course not, Holmes.
Then you are of the opinion that a train cannot simply disappear.
Well, we both know that that is obvious. Why are you asking such peculiar questions?
A little patience, Watson. You will understand my point quite soon. So, are you quite certain that you saw the train at Evesham Station?
Yes, of course. We saw it coming. The headlights. And heard the whistle.
But that is it. We didn't see the train itself.
But... Oh, Holmes, I'm a little confused.
Of course, Watson, you always are. Spare parts of handcar, yet no traces of a train. Ah. Fake train experiment. Dismantled handcar seems directly connected to our mystery. See if we can do that. Seems directly connected to our mystery. Let's reconstruct the handcar to see if it can imitate the vanished train. So, nothing much about that. Use tools. No signs of activity around the station. And an insurance policy. So... So first things first, hold on. So we can ask, okay. So I feel like we can knock, so I think we could kill 2 stones with 1 bird here. Go back to Bridlington. Did I say that properly? Yes, I did. Killed 2 stones with 1 bird.
Bazinga!
Alright, so we're at Bridlington. Back here, so let me talk to this guy. Let's ask him about the details.
According to this document, you have insurance for your prototype.
Oh, thank God. Where did you find it?
Near the telegraph station.
I must have lost it when I tried to send a message, which I was prevented from doing.
I apologise for that, but regulations state that public access to the telegraph is strictly prohibited.
Upon my word, you keep on digging that hole of yours. You have no idea who I am.
I'm gonna keep it a buck and round up to 100, which makes no sense, but just stick with it. He basically is the equivalent of a Karen at my job, which reminds me I am about to leave for that in like about an hour, but oh well.
I see that you kept your grip sack with you. Why don't you leave it in the luggage room?
I've had other things to think about. I lost my prototype, and this idiot station master just stands here doing nothing to help.
Oh, but...
Well, that won't do at all. Station master, I believe that the regulations state that any passenger luggage should be taken to the luggage room.
I'll do it right away, sir. Sorry, sir.
This Robinson is quite a character. We should learn more about him.
I will not move from here until I receive my refund.
Yep. What'd I say? See that?
This grip sack belongs to Mr. Robinson.
I think we should open it, Holmes. This is what they call force majeure. I'll keep watch.
Of course.
Boom. Just like that.
Look, Watson, A bundle of contracts. Very suspicious. We should study them carefully. An exclusive sales contract. Mr. Robinson is the seller. Yet another exclusive sales contract. Mr. Robinson is the seller. Mr. Robinson is the seller. Yet another exclusive sales contract. Yet another exclusive sales contract. Mr. Robinson is the seller.
All these have the two things.
Well, it is very clear that this Mr. Robinson received prepayments from various people for his machine.
Loss of the prototype will bring a lot of easy money to Robinson thanks to the insurance and multiple fraudulent exclusive contracts. Hold on, what others do we have here? Oh no, I have to make a decision on that later. For now, I gotta do the fake train experiments. Spare parts of a hand car. Okay, so. Guess we should go back to Chesterfield then. I feel like we should talk some sense into this guy.
You have quite a number of dirty tools lying around here.
Ah, yes. Well, thank you for reminding me. I should clean them. Although, it might be easier to put them outside. Seems it might start raining soon.
I meant, what were they used for?
Some workers come here and borrowed them from me. They wanted to lift the edge of the railway to one of the stations on the line, so that the water wouldn't come in too close.
What do these guys look like, is my question.
Who were these workers?
Well, they didn't seem to be from the company, but they was fine lads. They invited me to share a drink. And whatever it was, it had a kick to it. They wasn't English. No, I don't believe so. But see, they knew just what a man needed to brighten up his dull evening.
This Robinson fellow seems suspicious.
Rolling around at the speed of speed. Confusion is the route to knowledge, or he saved up. Yeah.
I should use the appropriate object here. I should use the appropriate object here.
Speeding around at the speed of wheels.
I should use the appropriate object here.
Right, hold on, let me see. brake joints.
I should use the appropriate object here.
Question is, where is it? There we go.
So, now here we have the fake train that we saw approaching Evesham Station last night.
Doesn't look much like a train to me.
Be patient, Watson, I haven't finished yet. Try using your imagination. Our train requires only a headlight and a steam whistle. We need to attach a headlight and a steam whistle.
Headlight and a steam whistle. Wait, I could sort of saw some around here. Common fire extinguisher for an uncommon use. Long pole. There's the light and there's the whistle. Good. So.
The long pole is now attached. It will allow us to connect the headlight. The headlight is attached. The steam whistle is now connected.
Holmes, what can we do to make the steam whistle work?
It is elementary, my dear Watson. We shall need a fire extinguisher.
Well, good thing I already grabbed one earlier.
Now, let us see what we have here. First of all, let us pump the pressure inside the extinguisher. First of all, let us pump the pressure in...
Oh.
The steam whistle is ready to be used. Watson, I do believe that we have created an exact replica of the train that vanished in front of us last night. The criminal mind can be most inventive. I am somewhat in awe.
So, such a thing is possible. If someone went to all the trouble of creating this fake train, then it was surely with the intention of stealing the real one.
Ah, Watson, you should not jump to conclusions. In fact, this does not tell us very much at all, except that the train did not evaporate into thin air.
Although you half suspected it.
Huh. At any rate, we now need to find where the real train might be hidden. I suggest we use my archives to find a more detailed map of our surroundings.
Well, I hope that justifies our having to load your massive archive suitcase onto the cab. It made us extremely unpopular with our driver.
Disappeared earlier and was faked by someone using a hand card, spare parts. I think we might have to ask him a little question. Oh well, I don't know. I guess I'm gonna go ahead and just stop the stream here. So, thank you for showing up. You said it. He said the thing. All right. Thank you for tuning in, I guess, more or less, probably, possibly. Oh well, thingamabobber. And I'll see how soon I can stream again. I might do it later tonight.